Aren't they? No, these are like the, they're not, are these the 11s? Yeah, these are the 11s. Yeah. We're still learning my Jordan game. Still getting on it. They keep sending me something, so I'm really excited about that, though, so I'm not complaining.
You can share.
I'm going to be swagged out. I'm nice.
10.5.
Huh? Oh, I got to auction off those Yeezys. Do I say $1? How about $2? I'll tell you what, exciting day for us today. I'm really pleased with how today went. I thought our coaching staff did a great job. Usually you have new staff coming in, you're kind of under crunch time, and that's when signing day is in February. For the December 20th signing day, I think our guys did a fabulous job working, getting to know these kids, getting out there, developing the relationships, finding out the things we needed to find out, that the guys fit what the expectations within our program are, as we're bringing them in here. And I'm really proud of all of our assistant coaches, how they worked. I think one thing certainly that helped with this group is the fact that we have several coaches, including myself, that have been Gators before. So I think that's certainly helped when you're going out there on the road. Recruiting, and as parents go and kids start asking questions about the university, about the program, about the history, you've been a part of it. You know what's going on, and so you're a lot more comfortable speaking about it. But the one thing you look at with this class is getting a couple offensive linemen helped. In recruiting, though, I will say this now, and we're learning with this new signing period. We're about the halfway point. What we do now is we'll reset. I imagine everybody around the country is going to do the same thing. You're going to reset. You're going to look at it. The next signing days now is about 6 weeks away, and gonna look at the pool, look at our needs, look at the pool, see who fits, and really reset recruiting and get out there and start getting after it again. So. We had a couple offensive linemen that I'm excited about bringing in here. I think that's a big need position. It'll continue to be a big need position in recruiting. Some running backs, really, so a couple of tight ends. I think that was a big need for us recruiting. But when you look at the tight ends, when you look at the DBs, you look at the running backs. The biggest thing to me, linebackers, is the position flexibility. What I want to do, what we would both offensively and defensively, is create mismatches out there on the field. So the ability for guys to have position flexibility, where a guy can play corner, safety, nickel, even a dime linebacker and blitz off the edge on the defensive side of the ball, that's a lot of flexibility and can create mismatches. Tight ends that can go out and receiver, and running backs that can motion out of the backfield or motion into the backfield. Creates position flexibility and gives you the opportunity to create mismatches out there on the field. So I'm excited about the athleticism that we've brought in today and the flexibility those guys have. And then obviously it's huge to get a quarterback. As a guy that kind of ends up being a big leader for the class, as everybody looks at it, a leader for the future of the program. And we couldn't be happier to have Emery coming in and being our quarterback for the future. So, any questions?
With Emery, match history with you guys, you offered him when you were at Mississippi State. How did you, rekindle that relationship once you were here, and how quickly did things progress?
Well, I think one of the things, it actually started right after I got here. Kind of reached out, touched base, because I think there was some familiarity between the two of us. But he was trying to feel his way around because he was committed elsewhere, with his future being that way. And I had just been named here. We had a quarterback committed here, and there were other guys that I was becoming familiar with. It was kind of, we kept in contact the whole time and said, hey, in the end, it's going to be funny, I bet, how it works out. And it is funny, that it goes full circle, that we were the first ones to offer, and we were his first scholarship offer. And I told him, I was sitting in the house with he and his mom, said, God works in funny ways sometimes, that, we were the first and we were the last. And, so it kind of worked out that way. But I think the familiarity we had with each other really made it easy because he knew what he was getting with us, and we knew what we were getting with him.
And he mentioned he would talk to Brian Johnson even when Brian was at Houston.
Mm-hmm.
How much familiarity did that help? Also having a quarterbacks coach, someone who also had a relationship with him.
Well, I think it's huge because it is. You know, when he's not just coming to play quarterback. He's coming to play quarterback at the University of Florida, and there's a lot of responsibility that comes with that. You know, the history of the position here, and you know, you have to find somebody that can handle the responsibilities of not just the quarterback position for the football team, but the quarterback at the University of Florida, which is something special. And so, you know, I think his comfort with us and our comfort with him know that he is somebody that can handle that can handle that scrutiny, handle that pressure, handle those expectations, and really not handle it, but thrive on it. And that's what he was looking for, is to be a quarterback at really the premier quarterback school in America.
Edgar, and Steve Russell in the back there. Go ahead, Edgar.
Yeah, Dan. So, what was your anxiety level, I guess, going on as he was making that decision? We saw the little video. You weren't sure.
Today's a very anxious day. You know, as a coach, today's one of those hard days. Usually, when we're out there on the field, we're in the swamp. I kind of feel like I have a lot of control of everything going on for the most part. Boy, today you don't quite have the control. You send out the papers, and then your control kind of ends at that point. You're recruiting, you're talking to them, you're hoping you feel good about it, but you know, there's so much that happens. I mean, you're talking about young people and their families, 17, 18-year-olds making life-changing decisions, and you're not there. So you hope that all the conversations you've had, the trust that you've formed with them, that bond that you formed with them, that it's going to hold true. And you know what? It did today for us in just about every case.
In Emory's case, how big is it for this staff program to win a recruiting battle of that size against some of the competition you were going against?
Well, I mean, those are the expectations here, you know, and that's I guess maybe the first, but certainly is not going to be the last, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of them, you know, because we want to go and recruit the best players in America to come play for us, and so the guys that we're going after, they're going to have a lot of different opportunities to go to great schools all around America, and so for us and our coaching staff, those are we're going to be in a lot of those recruiting battles in the future of getting the best players in America.
Steve Russell in the back, to the left, coach, to the left.
Dan, how are you?
Whoa,
right here.
Steve.
Good to see you. You kind of touched on this earlier, but you had to get a coaching staff in order quickly and get parts interchanged. That must have gone well. But can you elaborate? How well did that go? Was that process smooth? And then you mentioned offensive line being a position of need. In the system that you run, is there a particular type of lineman you're looking for?
No, well, the first one, the staff part, that's always hard. You know, I mean, I'll be honest, you're taking over a program right now is in the last 3 weeks or however many days it's been that I've been the head coach now. You're looking at trying to manage a team, meet a team, get to know players, see where we're at within a group of players here. Establish an identity to the program for the staff, not just the coaches, the staff. Go out and hire a coaching staff and sign a recruiting class. And still try to throw in being a husband and a father every once in a while as best I could too, with the transition of a family going through. There's a lot of things going on. So a bunch of that is kind of, it's been a crazy time. And so the staffing part of it is obviously a huge challenge, Very fortunate to have people I've worked with, I think, that for quite a long time, that have been with me, that have been loyal to me in our program, and know what my standards, what my expectations are of them. John Hevesy and Billy Gonzalez and Todd Grantham, coming with me, not asking the question, just hey. So, you want to come to Florida? Let's go. Bang. Just send me some gear. I'm ready to go out recruiting. And that's about the extent of the conversation of their role of coming to coach here. But it has been, there's been turnover within our staff even since I've been here. Bringing our new coaches in is always kind of a crazy time. So the offensive lineman, the one is, what we look for, you have an idea where guys play, but you also want position flexibility within the offensive line. you know, of guys that can play multiple positions. You know, if you talk with John, you know, he wants to teach everybody to snap, just so that everybody has an idea how to snap, because if you can't snap the ball, you're going to look pretty silly in a hurry. So, you know, find out who's comfortable, because a lot of these guys, you know, maybe are great centers, and have never been in that position before. You know, if I look at some of the great centers in the past that we've had, you know, whether it was at Mississippi State or here in Florida, within our system, within our offense, most of the guys that played center weren't centers in high school, moved to that position. So the position flexibility across the offensive line is important.